Díomh agus fáilte mór a cairde ar an ócéad speisialta agus dárúil seo. You're all very welcome to this, the 100th anniversary commemoration of the Pickardstown ambush, hosted by the McGrath-O'Brien East Waterford Common of Sinn Féin. My name is Conor Donegan, I'm the chair of the Common, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to this special event. Ordinarily, our annual commemoration is a great day for the Republicans of Waterford and the wider South East region. It is a day on which we recall our history and remember the sacrifices of those who came before us. It is also a chance to catch up with comrades from across the region in a friendly and welcoming atmosphere. This year being the 100th anniversary, our commemoration took on an even greater significance, and we had drawn up elaborate plans. Unfortunately, due to the current health crisis, we are unable to meet in a physical capacity. We have, however, put together this virtual commemoration, which we hope is meaningful for you and serves as a fitting legacy to those who fought for Ireland on that night 100 years ago, and particularly for volunteers Michael McGrath and Thomas O'Brien who made the ultimate sacrifice. We hope to have a proper physical event when the current situation allows. And so we recall that cold, starry night, January 7th, 1921. The East Waterford Brigade of Óglaigh na hÉireann was to replicate the success of the Pickardstown ambush in West Waterford the previous November. The plan was to launch an attack on Tramore RIC barracks in a bid to lure out British reinforcements from Waterford City. These reinforcements would then be ambushed at Pickardstown Cross, a mile outside Tramore town. The Eastern Brigade companies, made up of men from Dunhill, Ferrybank, the City, Galtier, and the eastern half of County Waterford, were joined by their comrades in the West Waterford Active Service Unit. The attack on the barracks was launched by 5 volunteers at 11 p.m. As these volunteers fell back to the metal bridge at Pickardstown, something went terribly wrong. Premature shots gave the element of surprise away, and a greater number of British troops than anticipated had arrived. The volunteers were quickly trapped in a pincer movement, and in the ensuing fight, volunteers Michael Wiley and Nicholas Whittle were seriously wounded, whilst McGrath and O'Brien lost their lives. Crown forces suffered 2 wounded. Although militarily the ambush was a failure, the actions of those heroic men proved that East Waterford will not be found wanting in the Irish Republic's fight for freedom, and their legacy continues to inspire today. The full story of the ambush can be found in a special commemorative booklet which has been produced by the Common. It is on sale in various retail outlets in Tramore town, costing just €5. Alternatively, you can contact either myself or any other member of the Common to order your copy. The order of the commemoration is as follows. Common member Billy Smith will read aloud the East Waterford Republican Roll of Honour, the scrolls of which are contained within the present shrine at Pickardstown. Councillor Pat Fitzgerald will read the Easter 1916 proclamation. Kevin O'Donoghue will perform the Ballad of the Pickardstown ambush, which he has especially composed for this centenary. And we will be joined by the Leader of the Opposition and Uachtarán Sinn Féin, Mary Lou MacDonald, to give the oration.
Díomh agus fáilte. Welcome one and all to today's commemoration of the Pickardstown ambush, which happened on the 6th of January 1921, an event in which the volunteers of the Waterford IRA stepped forward to take on the military might of the greatest empire the world had ever seen, or so they said at that time. We remember today their courage, we remember their sacrifice. In particular, we remember Michael McGrath and Thomas O'Brien, who lost their lives. But above all, we reflect on the fact that now, 100 years later, we are so close to a reunified Ireland, a peaceful Ireland, an equal Ireland. We have within our grasp and within our ambition the real possibility of building a new Ireland, an Ireland that McGrath and O'Brien, an Ireland that the Republicans of a century ago in the Déise would be proud of, an Ireland that we will be proud to call our home.
The East Waterford Republican Roll of Honour. Michael McGrath, Waterford. aged 27 years, fell at Ballad, January the 7th, 1921. Thomas O'Brien Dunhill, aged 24 years, fell at Ballad, January the 7th, 1921. John O'Rourke Waterford, aged 23 years, died of wounds at Riask, May the 28th, 1921. Maurice McGrath Rath, Carrickbeg, aged 37 years, fell at Carrick-on-Shore, July 1922. John Doyle Waterford, aged 22, died of wounds, Waterford, August 5th, 1922. John Dobbin Butlerstown, aged 24, fell at Cumra, August 14th, 1922. Jack Edwards Waterford, aged 22, fell at Kilkenny Jail, August 19th, 1922. Thomas Kennedy Rathcormac, aged 20, fell at Golden, July 22nd, 1922. Andrew Power, Ballygunner Castle, aged 24, died in Kilkenny Jail, January the 28th, 1923. Michael Maloney Waterford, aged 17, fell at Polbury, February the 9th, 1923. Thomas Walsh Waterford, aged 23, fell at Polbury, February the 9th, 1923. John Walsh Kilmacthomas, aged 23, fell in Kilkenny Jail, March the 14th, 1923. And Robert Clancy Waterford died in military hospital at the Curragh internment camp, June the 12th, 1941.
Public Nahairn, the Provisional Government of the Irish Republic to the people of Ireland. Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood. Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army. Having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment, and supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long observation of the right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years they have asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare and of its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and all of its parts, cherishing all of the children of the nation equally, with and oblivious to differences carefully fostered by an alien government which have divided a minority from the majority in the past. Until our arms have brought about the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government, representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrages of all her men and women, the provisional government hereby constituted will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clarke, Sean McDermott, P. H. Pearce, James Connolly, Thomas MacDonagh, Eamon Cant, Joseph Plunkett.
On that cold starry night, as they in ambush lay, oh, a misfired shot echoed around the bay, as the bullets flew below in Pickardstown. Oh, the shots were heard all over Tramore town. Now young Michael McGrath from Polbury, no ammo left, he tried to retreat as he scaled the ditch. Oh, he was pulled down and shot in the head below in Pickardstown. Oh, my heart it aches and my tears do flow when I think of folk from long ago, those who stood up tall and who stood up brave to fight for freedom in our name. O'Brien lay wounded upon the ground, then struck with rifles of the crown. No prisoners would they take that day, just the lives of two brave men away. Were it not for them who sacrificed, were it not for them who gave their lives, fighting for their country both. Oh, they fought for Ireland, young and old. Oh, my heart it aches and my tears do flow when I think of folk from long ago, those who stood up tall and who stood up brave to fight for freedom in our name. Oh, they fought for you and they fought for me. Oh, they fought for friends and for family. They fought for comrades and fellow countrymen. Oh, let us not forget not forget these fine, brave men.
Before we close today's commemoration, there are a number of people the Common wishes to thank. First and foremost, to Mary Lou MacDonald for taking the time out of her busy schedule to be with us today. Her stirring and moving speech was a fine tribute to those we seek to remember and commemorate today, and we thank her for it. Also to Emer Ferguson, Michael Doyle, and all those backroom team who helped to put this video physically together, and to David Cullinan for allowing us to broadcast on his page. I also want to thank all the members of the McGrath O'Brien Coven, not just for speaking today, but for helping to maintain the shrine in all weathers, and for helping to organise a commemoration every year, not just on the centenary. So big thank you and debt of gratitude to Pat and Bernie Fitzgerald, Billy Smith, Kevin O'Donoghue, John Hughes, William Croke, Saoirse O'Toole, John Finnan, Linda McComas and Tommy Barry. To the relatives and family of the volunteers, we hope you have enjoyed today's commemoration that has been meaningful for you and have served as a tribute to the legacy and memory of your loved ones. And we thank you for supporting our event, not just this year, but every year. And finally, a big thank you to all of you at home for watching this event. We ask you to stay safe, mind yourselves, and we hope to see you at our physical commemoration in 2022. Akanush con comóra seo a dúna, Aron na siúnta, Aron na bhín.
Sin a lígra fuala tafwi a legerin, bui and arslu, hearty and a radnik huin, flavors vesi, shanti hoshin share fosta, nia farfin tira nafin trial, anak dahem savarna voil, ligan argil hom bosh no sel, ligan a squill, fue la wana bile